Hey there, in this screencast, I'm going to show you how to make a countdown. So countdown makes the race fair, right? Because if you have two players, we don't want to have one player be able to start the game and catch the other player off guard. So by having a countdown that goes on the screen, and then automatically the race start once it gets down to 0, it makes it fair for both players. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to make a text variable that I'm just going to use for the countdown digit that appears on the screen. So I'm going to go into my world and I'm going to say private text countdown digit. Then I'm going to go into the constructor method and I'm going to say countdown digit equals new text, and then the first thing I'm going to make it say is 3, and then I'm going to make it, let's make it red, and then let's make it 300, and then I want to make it an Arial font. So let's go and see, so the font name, and I believe it's Arial. Okay. Now, when they hit the S key in the ACK method of my world, and I make the directions disappear, and I make the game state go into running, instead of making it be running, I'm going to make it go into countdown. I'm going to change game state to countdown, and I'm going to say countdown digit. Nope, I'm going to add my countdown digit to the world. I'm going to say add object countdown digit, because until I add it to the world, it will not be visible or present. And I'm going to let me have it right in the middle of the screen. And then, as soon as I add it, I'm going to say greenfoot, let's see, dot delay 1. No, I think it's 60 for how many frames. I could be wrong. I will check as soon as we start it running. Okay, so now there's a delay of 1 second. 3 is on the screen. There's a delay of 1 second. After the delay, we're going to start executing this portion, where game state is countdown, and I'm going to change the digit to be 2. No, it's going to be directions.set. I'm sorry. Countdown digit dot set text 2, and then I'm going to have another delay. Oops, it's dot delay, and then countdown digit dot set text 1, and another delay, and finally I'm going to say go. And this time I'm going to change the color of my text, so I'm going to say go, and I'm going to say color dot green. Did I make it red originally? Yeah, I did. Red originally. And let's see, it's font size of 300 once again. And then I'm going to have a delay, and let's make it, well, we'll make it 1 second again. And then I say greenfoot digit dot set text. So now I want it to disappear, so I'm going to change the text to say nothing at all. And I have to say Greenfoot digit. Wow, it's early in the morning and I'm not concentrating real well. It's countdown digit. Oops, right there. And the last thing I need to do is change the value of game state so it is equal to running. So then my sprites can start moving because game state will have the value running, and it will start checking, my world will start checking for a winner. So I say game state equals running. And then finally, when the game has ended and then they want to start a new game, so here we are when game state is finished, I'm going to change game state to being countdown, and I need to re-add the or set the text of the countdown digit, which is still on the screen, it's just not saying anything. And I want it to be 3 again, and I want it to be color.red and 300. Because it starts off as red and goes to green when it says go. Okay, so with any luck, this works. Let's see. Okay, I click run. I start the game. Oh, and I think my font is way too big because it's down in the very corner of the screen. So let's change that. Let's change it to 150. And let's make sure I added it to the middle of the screen and not... Oh yeah, big problem over there. That's why my font size was okay. It's that I didn't add it to the correct location. Should be added to get width divided by 2, get height over 2. Once again, I am really not concentrating this morning. So 300, and so let's keep it at 300. Okay, now let's try S. 3, 2, 1, go. And red wins, press S. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so did you pick up the problems? So my problem was that I just closed Greenfoot. Now my problem was the font size didn't look right in the beginning, and then a 3 never appears. Oh, and I think I know what the problem is for that, for both situations. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I changed directions to be 150, and it's the digit that needs to be 300. I changed directions to 300. It's really countdown digit. And then finally, 3 never appears. It actually does appear, but it just that it disappears almost instantly. Because when I say game state equals countdown and countdown digit dot set text 3, the very next frame, which is 1/60th of a second later, game state is countdown, and what happens? I immediately set countdown digit to 2. So for 1/60th of a second, it's 3. You just can't see it. So the remedy is to add that 1 second delay right after, down here in the bottom where game state is finished, and I set the text of countdown digit to be 3 again. Then I want to immediately go into a delay. Okay, let's see if that cleared everything up. Run, start, it goes to the countdown. It go. Somebody has won. I press S, it goes right to the countdown again. And go. All right.